Hi everyone. I saw online how people were questioning, how to line a mold with paper. There's a lot of videos out there, and I just thought I'd share with you how I do my molds with butcher paper or freezer paper. It's a relatively simple thing to do. It's not hard, and I find it really fast. You get really quick at doing this. The beauty of using the paper, especially for a guy who doesn't like to do dishes, as my wife, I can line my mold really quickly, pour in my soap batter, and when the soap is set overnight, I can pull the whole thing out, peel the paper off, toss it, done. Everything's taken care of. So I'm going to show you my method for lining my molds. All right. Okay, first thing you're going to know is the width of the length of your mold. This mold is 3.5 inches deep, and the length of it on the inside is 10.5. So at 3.5 inches deep with each end, that's 7 inches. With a length of 10 here, 10.5, that's 17.5 inches total. From here to here, that's how much paper it would take to line this, 17.5 inches. I like to add a little bit over the edge so when the paper will come up, it'll fold over. And this will make sense when you see it. So I'm going to add another 2.5 inches to give me a length of 20 inches to line this mold. And the reason I'm telling you this is because what I'm going to do is measure out a 20-inch length of paper, cut it, and it'll make it easy for me to line this. So if you just look and measure, that's just a little bit over 20 inches. That's fine. That should cover this mold very well. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to fold this in half, and we're going to reposition the camera above me. So give it just a second. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to literally fold my paper in half to get a crease right down the middle. And this crease is going to help me align it to my mold. This will be obvious in just a second. So we're just going to take it, we're going to pull the mold, and what I'm going to do is then center it. Try to center it the best I can, lengthwise and in here. If you look, you can almost see straight through the paper to the inside, and that's good because that allows me to align this crease down the center of the mold, which is what I'm trying to do. Once I've got it aligned like this, where I can see it's centered, I just take my fingernail and very gently crease inside the mold right up against the sides. And that's telling me exactly how wide my paper needs to be to fold it to fit directly inside the mold. So once that's done, I slide that to the side, and then I'm going to fold where those creases are. So fold that one, fold this one, oops. Put it right alongside that crease. One of the things I do is I like to align the middle crease with this crease, part of the crease here. That way I know this is pretty much square, and it'll make it easier to put it in the mold. Once I've got it lined up, the crease and that middle thing, I've got a good set of creases to work with. If you'll notice, here's the original crease that went inside here, and you got all these lines to follow. So what I do next is I cut down the major creases here. I just cut straight down those lines. Right to where these creases intersect. I'm going to do that all the way around. Alright, so I've gone all the way around this. I've got these pieces divided like this. Now what I'm going to do with these pieces here and here is just trim them so they're short little wings. And that's going to be, you'll see how this works in just a moment. You don't need much. I give them about 1.5 inches to 2 inches this way. This is going to size up, hold up against your the other paper that we're going to fold up and keep the batter from leaking out. It doesn't require a lot. So you can see it's moving along pretty quickly. Next, take my insides, pull them up like this, bring that up so those little wings are on the outside. I just slide this in here, wrap that up, put it in again here, open it and push it down, and there we go. Now once this is in here, I'm going to cut straight down here just to the top of the mold so I can fold this paper down. We're just about done. Once I've got that there, I push down to make sure the paper is flat against the bottom. Now I just crease it, crease the excess. That's to keep the paper folded down so when I pour batter in here, it doesn't get in my way, I can see what I'm doing. Last one to go. Now you can either tape the sides down, or with these molds, I just pull the clip up, take it off, put it back on. Now the paper's out of the way. Do the same with this side. And there we go. This is now ready for soaping. You can put your batter in here, it's not going to leak out, and you've protected your mold. And this took maybe 4 minutes with me taking my time to show you while we're shooting this video. In reality, you can do this in less than 2 minutes. It takes no time at all. There's not a lot of fuss, and the beauty of it is when you put your soap batter in here and it's set up and it's gotten hard, one of the things you can do, I find, is just pull this forward a little bit, loosen it, it'll come right out. You would peel this off your soap, ball it up, throw it away. You're done. Couldn't be easier. And you can do this with any wooden mold. It doesn't have to be these. But again, I just wanted you to see that lining a mold is really not that hard. So, sorry about the noise. I'm in a warehouse. You just put these on, good to go, and we're done. So that's how you line a mold. I hope this helps.